If I had to start from scratch today to seriously study lighting in portrait photography, do you know what I wouldn't buy? 5 flashes, 3 light stands, 4 modifiers, triggers, gels, panels, accessories, and a bunch of stuff that at the beginning I probably wouldn't even know how to use. I'd buy 1 light, 1 modifier, and I'd learn how to truly control them, because if you can't get a good portrait with 1 light, adding a second one won't solve the problem. It'll just make the problem twice as complicated. And today I want to show you exactly that. How to start from a very small and well-structured kit and actually build a portrait. We'll try it in the studio with 2 different modifiers, and then we'll take everything, go out at night in Warsaw, and see if this small setup works even when we don't have a power outlet, a studio, and all the comforts in the world. The light we'll be using is this one. Here's the box, the ZHIYUN MOLUS X100 RGB. And I'll tell you right now, this video is made in collaboration with ZHIYUN, who is one of my new channel sponsors. You'll see them often here on the channel, but I don't want to give you a review, I want to give you a lesson on lighting. What's up, guys? I'm Emanuele Nasonte, and I'm a professional portrait photographer. I live and work in Warsaw, where I run my own photography studio. On my channel, we strip photography of false myths, we talk about technique, portrait psychology, the real world. In short, we analyze your shots. If you like this kind of approach, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. And let's start with something fundamental. One of the reasons why, in my opinion, continuous light is extraordinary for learning is really very simple. You see what you're doing? I move the light, the shadow changes. I bring it closer, the softness changes. I raise it, the way the eyes, nose, cheekbones, and jaw are described changes. I move it sideways, and I immediately see the 3-dimensionality of the face change. I don't have to imagine what will happen. It's right in front of me, and this, when you're learning, is worth a lot. Because the real lesson isn't put the softbox at 45 degrees like always. The real lesson is understanding why moving that softbox changes the photograph. And it's also the reason why I wouldn't start with 5 lights. First, learn 4 things with just 1. Direction, distance, apparent size of the light source, and the ratio between light and shadow. If you control these 4 things, you've already truly begun to understand lighting. And this is where I really liked this kit with this light, especially because of how complete it is, as you'll see shortly. Well, the Molus X100 RGB is a full 100-watt light, and the body, without any modifiers of course, weighs just 384 grams. We have a color temperature ranging from 2500 to 10,000 Kelvin, and you can control the light directly on the body or via the app. And above all, it has its own proprietary modifier system that can be expanded to the Bowens world using an adapter included in the kit I'm showing you today. The adapter's right here. We'll take a closer look at it later. And this last thing is what I think makes this system really interesting for those just starting out. You can start small, but you're not forced to stay small. And now I'm going to show you. Alright, here we are, guys. Today our model is Michalina. Hi. Who will be helping us test this light today? Michalina's a fitness model, so as you can see, she's dressed in sportswear, but right now I've had her sit down because we're going to use the softbox that's inside the kit I showed you earlier. So there's also this beautiful little 40-centimeter softbox. It comes with 2 levels of diffusion inside. And it also comes with the grid. Now, I'm not using it at the moment. As you can see, there's no grid. And I'm also keeping the power quite low because 100 watts is really a lot, especially since I want to shoot this portrait at f2.8. So in this case, by using this small softbox and having a fitness model, we could create some contrast, for example, to show off the muscles and so on. But in this case, with such a small softbox, I'm focusing on the face, although we can certainly use it for other types of photography. And of course we can use it close to the camera. We can do different things. We can do videos. In this case, I'll show you, since I'm a portrait photographer, how to take some nice portraits with a light like this, which is very powerful and gives us a well-defined beam and three-dimensionality, given its size. Let's take a few shots with Michelina so I can show you how well these photos turn out. See, we've created a sort of Rembrandt lighting. Wow, look how beautiful! That's great! Right now I am really focusing on the details of the face. Okay, so I've shown you some of the photos we took, and you can clearly see that the photos look super professional as long as the lighting is managed in a certain way. Alright, you've seen how small this setup is, but watch out! A small softbox doesn't suddenly become a huge light source just because we call it a softbox. The quality of the light depends a lot on its apparent size relative to the subject. So with a small modifier, the distance becomes even more important. If I want a more wrapping light, I have to think about how close I can get it to the subject. And that's already a much more useful lesson than just memorizing a lighting diagram. But there's another interesting thing. Let's say that maybe in 6 months you've learned you bought this kit, then you've learned you want a bigger modifier. You want, let's say, a softer light, a different light, more control. At that point, obviously, I don't want to throw away my whole system, this system I started with, and that's where Bowens comes in. Now I'll show you the other test with the Bowens softbox. Great, so we've swapped the softbox for the other one that ZHIYUN provided, which is this 60 centimeter one, and as you can see, it has a Bowens mount, so we used the bracket to attach it, making it a more versatile solution that lets us do a lot more. But as I was saying, you see, Emanuele has put on a sports outfit, a second sports outfit, and we're going to take some shots like this because this kind of overhead light helps us create contrast and show off the muscle definition and the work done in the gym. Lately, I've been bringing you some material on this, but I think they're always great models to photograph because they give us a chance to play with the light. So let me show you some shots we're going to take of Emanuele with this light right here. I'll just move the light for a second so I can show you where I'm positioned too. It's better to see her than me, but that's fine. And so let's start shooting. Let's take a few shots. Okay. Okay, let's take a few more shots without the chair and show the contrasts, the back. Now, I'm also going to move the light a little bit to show you how we can do it, how we can create more contrast. So if we leave the light on this side, obviously we have light on the face, but we're creating shadow on the other side. Okay? Let's take some shots like this with more or less a split light. And instead, if we move the light to this other side, so if we light the back instead, like this, the other way, so if we position the light from the top down, we're going to create some very interesting contrasts and more visible muscle definition, okay? Still with the same light, I hope you can see it a bit in the video, but I'll show you in the photos, okay? Okay, so you can clearly see that on this other side we have this kind of result. Well, here is the difference. It's not necessarily big softbox equals good, small softbox equals bad. They're two different tools. They change the coverage, the control, the way the light wraps around the subject, and above all, what I can do in the space I have available. The X100 RGB uses a small mount for compact modifiers, but through this adapter, this one here, I'll also show you some clips, it can also work with Bowens modifiers. In the official Pro Kit, ZHIYUN includes, among other things, the small softbox you saw earlier, the 40 centimeter one, the Bowens adapter, and the power grip. and it's exactly the concept I was looking for from the start. Start simple without buying something that limits you as soon as you start to improve. Well, I think I've found you guys the very first kit for doing portrait photography. In my opinion, it's a game changer. Now please, if this information is proving useful to you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even leave me a comment so we can help the algorithm show this video to many more people. If you don't know what to write, today's magic word is light. I want to see how many photographers have made it this far. I also want to mention that ZHIYUN is one of the sponsors of my live masterclasses in Italy, the one to be held on September 12th and 13th, 2026 in Turin, and the one on October 3rd and 4th, 2026 in Catania. Please, if you want to sign up, there are very few spots left. You can find the information down below in the description. I'll see you in person. I can't wait to meet you, to work together, to do great things together, to have you do some exercises, to give you a perhaps unique way of working with live subjects. And thanks, of course, to ZHIYUN for making this video possible and for giving me the chance to work with the product in the field and not just show it to you here on the desk. Because now comes the part that interested me the most. Let's leave the studio and go take photos by the river in Warsaw. But first, one quick thing. This isn't just a white light, it's an RGB light. So we can not only do the correction from 2500 to 10,000 Kelvin, but we can also work with the RGB colors that are built into this body. But I'll tell you something that maybe an RGB light brand wouldn't want to hear me say. If you're just starting out, don't start with colors. First, learn how to take a good portrait with white light. Understand the face, understand the shadows, understand the direction. Then color becomes another part of your visual language. I can maybe put a color cast on the background, I can create a chromatic separation, contrast warm and cold, build an atmosphere, but if the light on the face is poorly placed, making it purple won't make it a better light. Photography first, then special effects if needed. And naturally, being a continuous light, we don't have to limit ourselves to photography. I'm also using it here in the studio to record some of the videos you see on the channel. And a few days ago, I took it with me to downtown Warsaw while I was recording another video where I got to test a tripod that you'll see very soon here on the channel. Anyway, the clips from downtown should be playing right now. Even in that situation, I needed a small light, easy to carry with me, and practical enough to use quickly while filming myself outdoors. So this is something that I think is worth emphasizing. We're not just talking about a tool for portrait photography. In fact, it's a light that can easily fit into a small video setup in a studio or outdoors. And speaking of real-world uses, as I was saying, a few nights ago I took this X100 RGB, the small softbox, and went out with some friends, wives, and so on, here in Warsaw. No studio, no power outlet, just the camera, this light with its battery, and a setup small enough to carry in a backpack without turning the evening into a major move. Let's see what happened. Well, this is where I think the most interesting test comes in, because outdoors at night, I don't just want to light a person, I want to integrate the light with what already exists in the city. So first I look at the background, the street lights, the building lights, if there are reflections, the color of the environment. With the camera, I set the exposure I want for that ambient light, and only then do I add the X100 to the subject. This way, the light doesn't have to fight against the whole city. It has to do something much more precise. Give me direction on the face, separate the subject from the background, and let me decide where the viewer's eye should go. And this is exactly where having a small light, which can also be powered through the dedicated grip, completely changes the way I can work outside the studio. Well, ZHIYUN claims that for the grip, this one, for the X100 RGB, the battery life is about 34 minutes at full power. I'm telling you, these clips I shot by the river, do you know at what power? 4%. I could have gone on recording for hours and hours. So the point of this video isn't, buy this light and you'll become a portrait photographer. If only it actually worked like that. The point is actually exactly the opposite. If you were just starting to study lighting, you should simplify everything. One light, one modifier, and one subject. Then start moving that light forward, backward, up, to the side, move it closer and move it away. Just see what happens then. When you know how to predict the result before you even take the shot, then you can add a second light. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. When you first started using artificial light, did you also make the mistake of buying way too much gear all at once? Because I did. I have 2 rooms just like these in this building that are full of stuff, and here's a closet full of gear I don't even use anymore. Sometimes I think to myself, if I sold all these things, I could buy another camera just like this one, brand new. Sooner or later, maybe, we'll see. Anyway, or do you still work today primarily using just a single light? I really want to know about that. Write it down for me below and especially tell me continuous light or flash. Let's not start any wars, obviously, but I am curious to see which side the community is on. And for your very next portrait, I'm throwing you a challenge. Just 1 light, no panels, no second source, and no tricks. Create 3 different portraits by exclusively changing the position of the light, its distance from the subject, and the position of the subject relative to the background. Using the same gear, 3 completely different photographs. If you can manage to do that, you are really starting to control the light that you have available. If you want to dive deeper into this subject, the book I recommend, and have already recommended several times on the channel, but I'll recommend it here too, is Light, Science, and Magic. It doesn't teach you any recipes, it teaches you exactly why light behaves the way it does. I'll leave it down below in the description. And up here, I'm also leaving an old video where I showed you several different lighting setups here in the studio. Go watch it again to see a bit more about how I use the lights here in the studio. Well, the ZHIYUN MOLUS X100 RGB and its whole kit, everything you've seen during the video, you can find them in the description if you want to learn more about the features and available configurations. For professional collaborations or to write to me, you can find my emails in the description. And of course, if you want to study my shots and my behind the scenes, you can also find me on Instagram as Emanuele Nasonte Photography, which will appear here somewhere. If you'd like, follow me there too, and if you want to keep studying with me and make a real leap in quality as photographers, well, all you have to do is click immediately on one of these videos appearing here on the screen. Get out of the house, challenge your limits, and capture your vision. We will see you again very soon in the next video. Bye!